Can I get a oh yeah?
Absolutely not.
Remember how right before we turned the cameras on, we said, let's bring more energy and better energy?
I am not doing a hentai moan.
It's not a hentai. Okay, Raz, can I get a oh yeah?
Oh yeah.
Now, if you think that's a hentai moan, then you're just like not even in tune with pop culture. Basic pop culture.
I'm not.
Did you know that my cousin had a wedding and I didn't get invited to it?
No, really? What did you do to this cousin?
Never really met them.
Oh, well, okay. I think you've never met him.
No. I met them like once where we had a weird family. This is the white side of the family who lives in like the middle of also but fucking nowhere, but not Ohio. Indiana.
Indiana's similar.
No, Illinois. Sorry.
Okay, Indiana's
Illinois?
similar to Ohio. Indiana's one of the only states that has more of like a drugs and depression count than Ohio does.
That is true.
It's one of the only states that has like, so you can judge how depressing a state is by like if the population is, how much of the population is born and dies there, because like they never go anywhere else. Right? And
That's an insane
Ohio
stat.
and Indiana both have a lot of, yep, if you're born here, you're not you're not fucking getting out. Like,
You're born here, well, you're dying here. Good luck.
Grim.
Jesus.
yeah, there's
Fuck.
Yeah, I think at one point Indiana was actually the #1 state for like bad mental induced drug abuse because they're like meth land, bro. Lots and lots of meth.
I thought that's New Mexico.
No, that's just what Walter White
That's where they make it.
propagandists want you to believe. I love Breaking Bad for what it's worth.
Are you telling me that Breaking Bad lied to me?
Perhaps.
I have a signed Breaking Bad photo from Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul.
Really?
It's sitting in my living room right now. I got it from a high school boyfriend, and I don't know what to do with it.
That's fucking sick, dude. Why is that not on the wall?
Keep that shit.
Should I just keep it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll keep it.
That's hella cool.
I know, isn't that sweet?
Like that's fucking sick. Raz, what are you looking for?
I'm trying to find the fentanyl capital of America.
A wholesome start to another episode of Casters.
I was so focused on the last conversation when you guys started talking about cute shit. I was like, look, I'm sorry, this is going to be hard.
And you know what? It all works out in the end.
We made it.
Have you found the answer?
No, they told me. I said America and they said Wuhan. Look, it's very
Wuhan.
specific.
That's where it comes from.
Man.
It comes from Wuhan.
Wuhan needs to really get its fucking act together. Every time I hear about Wuhan, some shit's always getting fucked up.
I feel like I haven't heard anything about Wuhan.
Wuhan. Well,
sure?
that's probably good, because every time you hear something about Wuhan, it's something like this.
Exactly.
All right, so you got no answer.
I got no answer,
All right,
sadly.
well, Raz. Hey, did you guys know that sharks have 2 penises?
Do they both work?
I think so.
Are they
Wait,
used
but
for-
can they both get hard at the same time?
I don't know, but what I can tell you is how I found out. So I was looking for side-on porn about Zelda, and basically
What?
every single one had side-on with just like one dick massively like into Link's butt, and then another one was just kind of like flopping out.
Not even Zelda into Link?
How the fuck am I supposed to answer? Like, what is a human reaction to this supposed to be? I am not sure.
Let me get this
I
straight.
feel like I'm on a set right now, and the director has just given me a line, and I don't know how to play this character, but the character is me, and the play is life, and why were you? The shark is fucking Link in the butt?
Well, so
Okay,
I
but
didn't
I
know that
wanna
sharks
ask.
had 2 penises. That's how I found out.
How?
How? That's a great
No,
question.
because,
I
like,
think
the
that
whole
is the
question.
most important question that we could ask.
You're
Maybe
not gonna
why?
like this. You're not gonna like this question.
I'm ready.
So you found this out by watching or seeing porn with him and Link
Yes.
with 2 dicks.
Yes.
Where was the second dick going?
I just answered that question. One was up and the other one was down. Although for the adventurous types,
There it is. It makes sense if it's like Zelda, because then at least there are 2 holes to go into.
ew.
What do you brought
What
this
do you
up?
mean, ew? You just told us this shark was fucking turning Link into a goddamn Southern Hemisphere hand puppet.
Yeah, but what Raz is asking for is hetero, and that is gross.
You're so bigoted.
I know, I'm so bigoted.
That's crazy.
So the real answer is sharks have two penises, sort of, known as male claspers. These two reproductive organs are only on male sharks, and they act as the channel for the semen to enter the female's cloaca during mating.
Oh,
We talked about cloacas last time.
Isn't that like what every dick is? It's the channel for the goo to go through.
I was a little concerned when he said claspers. What are we clasping on?
The clasper essentially latches onto the female to facilitate reproduction.
So it's like grabbing. It's like
a
claw.
docking mechanism. It's like one of
it's
those,
an airlock.
like one of those space shows. You have the shark pussy is this ship, and then the other ship is coming in with the docking mechanism.
Perfect.
Like that.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. But it doesn't seem like it was clasping onto Link. It seemed like the other one just wasn't doing its
he was
job.
clasping all right.
What?
And just as a reminder, Sidon is like 12 feet tall, and Link is maybe 5'5" or something.
What? Okay, so he is just a hand puppet.
He's a different type of puppet, I'll tell you
My
that.
hands coming out the other side. The hands broken through.
Man.
Good start.
So Flowers, you co-streamed Warframe the other day.
Yeah, no, the worst part is that that isn't even a total like non sequitur, because Warframe is also one of the horniest game communities that exists.
That's why I've played it.
When I was streaming, one of the people in my chat actually was like, "Oh, doesn't Ovilee play this game too?" I was like, "I don't know when the last time she played was, but she's definitely played it before." And I didn't tell them the horny part.
I have a
of it.
jellyfish.
Now
Yes,
I'm learning.
She has a jellyfish. But no, I co-streamed it because they had their big, it's called TennoCon. It's their one big thing per year, like their big stream where they announced like hype upcoming shit. And so it was also their 10th anniversary year, so they were going bigger and better for it. It was really cool. None of the shit made any fucking sense, which is the best way for Warframe to be. Why is you looking up Warframe porn?
As I searched up Warframe titties, the moment he said that Warframe got a horny ass community, I immediately verified
Yes, dude. And they're all like techno-organic cyber suits. It ain't people.
Yes.
These things are not human, but people are still trying to fuck them. Anyway, the new content and stuff that they teased is pretty sick. And also, the one thing that I saw, and I was like, maybe Ovilee even comes back and plays this for this. Because, so, I think I've told you before how Reb Ford, who's the woman who used to be their community director and is now like the creative director of the game, is a giant JoJo fan. She loves JoJo's like as much as you do. She's cosplayed as them. She's watched and read all of it or whatever. And so one of the main characters, and I'm not sure yet if he's going to be a protagonist or an antagonist, but he's a character that we've heard about a lot throughout the game's lore for years now. But in the stuff that they teased, the upcoming stuff, we're finally going to meet and interact with him. And I don't remember which one it is from the show, because the only time I watched JoJo was that time where you bribed me with a bottle of vodka, so I don't really remember all the details of the show. But the one guy who wears like the long purple coat and he has like the flat hat.
Jotaro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy is dressed just like that. He has a flat hat and he's got like the long coat. And I'm like, this is probably Rebecca Ford saying, you know what? I want a JoJo reference in this fucking
There
game.
it is.
I can do what I want now.
Yeah, she's creative director now. There's nobody that can be like, well, why is he dressed like the character from JoJo?
Because he's fucking badass and is a pop culture icon.
I like that.
So yeah, apparently there's gonna be some more JoJo frame in Warframe coming up soon. So I'm pretty stoked for it, even though I don't understand the JoJo references. So it was still sick, even if you don't know the JoJo. So if you do know the JoJo, it's probably even better.
Oh my god. Yeah, there've been a lot of JoJo references recently in League of Legends. The Japanese voice actor of Set is also the voice actor of Dio.
Also, the
JoJo.
Viego skin, the Soul Fighter Viego skin that has
the torture dance.
Yep.
So there's tons of JoJo references in League of Legends and video games just in general, which
You're going mainstream, bro. Yeah, you found your way into the water supply.
JoJo is the blueprint. I had a very heated argument with LEC caster Vedius.
Oh, boy.
With LEC caster Vedius.
Vedius
You're
having
gonna
a
get an
bad
ice cold
anime.
take from Betty.
I can't wait for a bad anime opinion from Vedius.
Vedius is literally the fucking worst whenever it comes to like any anime opinions. He's like, oh, I won't watch the anime series Ping Pong, which if you've never heard of it, very like a lot of people love it. It's a fantastic anime, but the anime style is more kind of like artistic. It's like weirdly sketchily drawn. Like it's really cool. I'll show you later.
Okay.
But he's like, I won't watch Ping Pong, the animation, because it looks weird. I won't watch any anime that doesn't have crisp animation. It has to look only like Fate. Otherwise, I won't fucking touch it. But for this motherfucker, he straight up to my face said that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure ripped off Hunter x Hunter. And I said, listen to me, you... No, I can't say that. Okay. I said, listen to me, you fuck.
There we go.
JoJo came out literally, I think, like 10 years before fucking Hunter x Hunter came out. And in the Hunter x Hunter opening, they literally have an homage to JoJo because they have the fucking Stone of Aja mask shit. So fuck him, fuck his taste, and fuck the LEC.
Oh my God, you went the extra mile.
I mean, to be fair, I was watching, so I had turned on the LEC the other morning because I was like, oh, okay, this is one of their teams who might be playing against like Golden Guardians or whatever.
Yeah.
Every single European Twitch chatter that says NA's gameplay is bad needs to just like rinse their eyes out in the river or some shit because holy fuck, bro, that gameplay was turbo piss.
To be fair, they recognized this too. They did not like the game.
I was like, man, this gameplay is not good. Like EU Twitch chat needs to get a reality check here because Golden Guardians is going to use whichever one of those guys they play as a sock puppet.
Yeah,
like that's
the Link kind of sock puppet.
That's
all I'm hearing is that NA is going to win.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Just like how NA took an international victory in Valorant. Can I get a
Oh yeah.
What do you sound like during sex?
Oh yeah.
Flowers cut. Oh yeah.
I am
yeah.
arriving.
Docking sequence initiated.
Docking sequence initiated.
That's how sex works, not really anymore.
Initiating Glizzy overdrive.
That video that I said, dude, when I found that video the other day, I was like, this has to go to Raz. This has to go to Raz. I found some video of some guy who, like, he was doing that NPC shit that you guys showed me, but then he's, like, counting them up. He's like, oh, we got 90 glizzies. Oh, 95 glizzies. Oh, 100 glizzies. Oh, my God. And then he does this, like, Transformers sequence where he acts like he's becoming the Omega.
He, like, plays music, too.
Yeah. He, like, puts on sunglasses and shit. Like...
Entering Glizzy overdrive. You just got
the Glizzarina of time.
the fact that he spit in it too was the most insane shit.
You were a little too good at that.
Practice.
I could see you practicing with you making TikToks.
That is true. They may not be.
Have you been doing
I enjoyed
NPC
it,
TikTok?
I haven't been doing NPC TikToks. I may be doing race talks.
Race talks. What is that, Raz?
There's one that my friend retweeted. He may have found it. I don't promote my own shit because, you know, it is what it is. But he put it out there.
But you promote the Caster's Couch podcast, right?
Of course.
Every week.
Every week. I do. So there was a white fisherman that someone actually said was, very wholesome and everything. But the start of the video started with him saying that a certain fish was an egger.
Lobsters, yeah.
Yes,
the
yeah.
lobster guy.
Yeah, he was, yeah, exactly. So he may have said it very quickly, and I had a reaction to it. And then there was do you guys have those TikToks where it's like, would you choose this or this? And you have to choose, like, would you rather do this? Like, would you rather own $1 million, but, like, you have to cut your dick off? Like, it gives you these ultimatums, ultimately. Or would you rather marry, like, this person or this person? So you get to decide, and it has community votes. And then one of them, which I think was fake, it's fake. One of them was like, would you rather be black or deceased? 95% deceased, 5% black. I was like, what? Excuse me?
Hey, wait a minute.
Oh, holy shit.
Would you rather be black or be dead?
Yes. And so I'm like, well, here we go. So that's predominantly my TikTok content is just a race talk.
Perfect.
And is it working?
It seems to be working. That
There we
one
go.
boomed.
Farming
go.
the followers?
That one got a lot.
It's good. I feel like we all just need to have a crazy race take. Flowers?
Nope.
We can give you some time.
How do you feel about Asians?
I don't need time.
You don't need Asians?
No.
You're saying that as a society, we don't need Asians. Why is that?
I'm not. I refuse to get clip chimped. I'm not.
Would you choose to be black or deceased?
I would choose to be black.
So you're saying that being black is a choice?
There it is. It sounds like that's what he said.
Yes, obviously.
Yeah.
Give me a faux shizzle into the mic really quick.
Very quickly.
Just very
A
quickly.
faux shizzle.
Yeah,
There it is.
look
Yeah,
right into your
look at the
camera.
camera.
Faux shizzle.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that was
All right,
good.
let's clip that. Flowers, racial appropriation,
We got
cultural
Yeah,
appropriation.
that's
Ladies
kind
How
of
do you,
fucked up.
how does it make you feel, Raz?
Hurt.
Actually, wait, you're fucking Canadian.
What?
Ian, as a black
still
American,
black.
how does it make you feel? No, you're not black.
I appreciated it. Thanks, Flowers.
Okay,
I
you're
feel more comfortable
Look.
here now.
Well, shit. We got a division.
But yes, North America finally got a fucking international victory in Valorant. VCT championships were on Saturday. Let's fucking go. We did it. There
Let's
were
go!
so many crazy things that happened there. One, Evil Geniuses won and then fucked up a little. We'll get into that shortly. But also, apparently there was Ben Affleck who brought his kids, who were
Yes.
like these tiny little ones. And then there was also Elon Musk, who was in the
Yeah.
arena.
Didn't he get booed? I heard something about him
He
getting booed or
did.
something.
So Elon Musk, they showed the camera on him. He popped up, and you hear even the two casters at the time going like, "Was that who was that?" And the entire crowd starts boo,
Boo.
which turns into "Bring back Twitter, bring back Twitter," and it's just like, what a fucking loser.
That was great. I heard he was going to be there. Just like a friend of mine said that they saw him at FanFest or something like that. And I was like, dude, what does he fucking expect? He got booed out of a Dave Chappelle skit. Like, literally a comedy thing where he was on stage with Dave Chappelle. I was like, dude, they didn't like you there, clearly. When Dave Chappelle's been saying shit that would probably be around that same, like, audience, that base of audience that you're with and that will support you. Why the fuck do you think it's going to work in Valorant when half the audience are tied to the internet and Twitter specifically? Dude, if Elon Musk, unironically, if Elon Musk just had like bought Twitter and did fucking nothing with it, literally just like did as little as Jack did, no one would care. Even with all the insane shit that he says. People don't know all the insane shit that he says. But as long as he just kept Twitter alone, which impacts everybody, he would have been fine.
Would have been fine.
This guy can't exist now without getting his ass booed. Good.
dude, he's actually. You remember back like in the beginning of the 2000s when he was literally in like he had a cameo in either I can't remember if it was the first or the second Iron Man movie, but like
Iron Man
everybody
2 and
everybody
like that,
talked
yeah.
about this motherfucker like he was, oh my god, he's real life Tony Stark.
Yeah.
He's gonna take us to the fucking moon. This guy's a hero. We love him. He straight up could have rode that shit all the way till the day that he died, having
Yes.
everybody just absolutely slob on his nuts, thinking he's the greatest thing to ever exist. And then he just made a series of decisions like the gag that South Park did about Family Guy, where it's just like a bunch of manatees swimming around in a pool and they knock a ball out and it has a word on it and that's what the joke is. That's the decision. Those manatees could make better decisions than this man.
Yes.
And the shit that he has done in like the last decade, I'm like, this dude just straight up does the worst possible shit at
Yep.
every possible turn. Like, I do not fathom.
So what are your thoughts on white privilege?
What?
What are your thoughts on white privilege?
No, we need to clip that. That's the greatest thing of all time. he just goes off on Elon. So what do you think about white privilege? It's like, what?
Where's the black Elon Musk? That's all I'm saying. You know?
It just can't exist. No,
True.
the joke there is Elon, supposedly self-made whatever bajillionaire.
Yep.
No, his dad gave him money from fucking emerald mines or some shit.
Yeah,
That's the
I was
thing.
gonna say, weren't his parents like rich in South Africa or something?
Yeah, some crazy shit, but we fucking hate them. Let's talk about other people who fucked up. Evil geniuses. So first of all, shout out to the Evil Geniuses like Valorant squad.
Yes.
Like Potter was
Zix
Zix
was in
there?
there.
Yeah,
Zix
Zix was
was
in
their
there too.
coach.
Like fantastic. The entire Valorant squad. Huge shout out.
I wanted like just quickly like the fact that they were able to find the win on like the way that they did. Great for North American esports. Great that Potter was able to find that success as a coach. For Zix, who I think left League of Legends like LCS side like technically on a low note, right? That he got 100 Thieves brought in Reaper at the time, and they found success off that. And you hate to leave on a low note when he had such great history in the scene. Honestly, he had that amazing run with CLG at MSI and all these things. But then he goes to Valorant, I think initially starts with NRG, and then moves on to Evil Geniuses and find the success that he did. I think like it's amazing to see that. Boostio also a low-key League fan, something I found out like out of nowhere. Apparently he's like a Masters Plus like player in League too, and he was like following us and like talked about how much he thought that like Bjergsen was the GOAT, had watched like Doublift and Sneaky and all that. So I was like, holy shit, it's pretty insane to see that, first of all. So congratulations to them. Just wanted to throw that in there before we start ripping them up. Not them, but a certain decision made by the Evil Geniuses.
And what decision was that, Rez?
Merchandise department.
What happened, Rez?
Let's just say they won finals. Wanted to celebrate it with merch. Like, for instance, if you win an NBA championship, time to wear that NBA championship merch, right? You got to be able to wear. It was like a what was it?
I could have made that shit in MS Paint.
Yeah.
It was
a box art.
That was terrible.
Describe the shirt for people who have no idea what it looks like.
It's a shirt with a square of just saying like we're champions and like a couple pictures. I was actually like so tempted. I was this close to just getting a picture of a t-shirt and cutting out Skarner's headshot from League and just moving it over top of it, making it slightly crooked in paint and just being like, wowee, it looks like one that I dreamed up the other day.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's crazy too, because that picture was their championship winning graphic. Like when they won their championship, they had the graphic thrown up there. So I was like, it's not even a creative image. It's something they just literally copy and pasted and then put it on their t-shirt.
No, I feel like exactly what happened was they didn't expect to win.
Yup.
Or maybe the worst case
They had to have expected
you
something.
always have to expect that you win.
Yeah.
Never plan for failure.
Yeah.
Never fucking plan for failure because you never know what might happen.
Yeah.
And it's much easier to say, oh, hey, we have like all of these merch assets that we're not going to use. Sure, we spent a couple grand on them, but that's better than not fucking having them.
Yes.
So I feel like what happened was they got to that point and they're like, okay, where's our merch designs? And they go to the probably young and unexperienced esports people going, okay, what's our merch plan? And they go,
Oh.
what? And so that's what they end up getting.
Yeah.
And it just sucks with that on top of the other Evil Geniuses content scandal that they had a couple weeks back, where Evil Geniuses content stole the
Chakrez
LEC content word for word. It wasn't even like here's a similar concept, because I give leniency to similar concepts. I'm like, okay, I get it. I did the Liquid update. All of a sudden, Ender in the LEC does the LEC update. They both starts with the letter L. That's fine. I'll let it slide, Ender. But like,
Is that real? Did that really happen?
yeah, but it's different.
Oh, okay.
But it's not. When it's
But it's
different.
different.
But it's not. But it was word for fucking word, question for question, clue for clue, and I'm like, that's just so bad. So whatever is happening with Evil Geniuses right now, it's questionable.
The content thing, I wanted to mention that because like I remember when that became a bigger thing, and I thought on it a little bit because at first I was like, my gut reaction was, damn, I kind of don't see the problem with it, only because, well, okay, naturally I see the problem with it, but it happens a lot where people will copy ideas. Specifically, there's that whole like, it's not the Kai Cenat thing when you're in a full white room and you got to decide which of these masked people are black or which of these masked people are like, you know, the dating game. So there's a lot of similar elements that people will take from other people. So initially I was like, it happens, and I feel like EG is getting targeted because all of the shit they've done, so they are right now not in the good graces of fucking anybody. But then you just go back to it, it's like, even if it's been done before, it's literally word for word, and you didn't even like make a call out at the beginning of the episode to be like, yeah, you know, shout out to Chakrez or shout out to this. They didn't do that. So I'm like, you're right. If it was somewhat similar concept, but different questions, or there's a different twist or something that you showcase, like, we are trying to be creative here. We love the idea someone else did, but we want to make a twist to it. So there's considerable creative choices that we made. Fine. But if you literally didn't make any changes, but then didn't call out or shout out the person who basically popularized it, then yeah, that feels fucking bad. So I was trying to be,
It's one of the things you're actually supposed to learn in high school. High school's pretty fucking useless. Like,
Yeah.
most of that shit you ain't never going to remember. I've already pulled the flusher plenty of times on most of it.
Yeah.
But one of the most important life lessons that you ever learn in high school is, yeah, bro, just change the wording up enough so that it looks like it's not copied.
Yeah.
Right? When you're helping out your buddy or your buddy's helping out you, you didn't have enough time to do the stupid assignments, just some throwaway 5-point thing anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, yeah, we'll just copy the answers down, but just fuck them up a little bit. Maybe get one of them wrong, right? That's what I would tell my friends. I'd be like, pick one of them and fuck it up.
Yep.
Like,
True.
Like,
Yeah, yeah.
if multiple people in the class are getting a 10 out of 10, and trust me, this is a 10 out of 10 paper, then it's going to be suspicious. So just fuck it up a little bit. Take one of the dates and make it wrong. And
Yep.
that's what you got to do. You can't just copy it down word for word. Like, this is amateur hour.
This reminds me of my programming class back in university. Let's just say a lot of people would struggle near the end of the year when there are some games that you're supposed to program in Python that's really fucking hard. You're like, shit, it's getting down the line. And you just see a group of people on the other side of the class or like in computer science club or something like that. And you're like, oh, I know exactly what they're doing. They're group thinking. Guys, just give me the code. I'm going to change my name on it, change certain things, maybe a function, just so it's not suspicious. But two of my friends, they did not do that well.
They did not change.
They may have been called up to the dean's office.
Oh,
They got
no.
caught.
They got caught. So
Dude.
they got fucked.
I accidentally almost got 2 kids in a lot of trouble in like freshman year of college because I was also taking one of those like computer programming like 110 or something, like the basic stuff. And I was pretty good at it because I learned a lot of the concepts from doing shit in Warcraft 3 World Editor of all things. So I'm doing all this shit, and I had 2 friends, and they were each in different classes. And they both came to me and asked for help on how to do some of the projects. I was happy to help them.
Yeah.
But I wasn't doing most of the stuff in the book the way that the book was telling you to, because it was teaching you like the baseline stuff that wasn't as efficient as the top level stuff could be. So I knew more advanced stuff. So my answers were always very different compared to what the book wanted you to do.
Yeah.
And honestly, mine were just better.
Yeah.
So
There it is.
I wasn't going to teach these guys this complicated textbook way if obviously they're not learning the complicated textbook way well in the class. So I'm like, oh, here, we're just going to skip all of this stupid shit that this is trying to tell you because this is the easier way to do it. And so I taught both of them. I didn't do it for either of them. I taught them both, however, my method of doing it.
Yes.
And so they both end up succeeding in doing it themselves.
Okay.
They both do it entirely themselves. There's no actual cheating going on.
Yes.
But both of theirs look very similar, and it deviates heavily from what the book says.
Oh!
So the professor ended up summoning them both and being like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Like, you clearly had someone who's in a more advanced class do this for both of you.
Yeah.
And you're cheating, and there's going to be some fucking consequences. I'm like, I was like, oh shit, dude, what the fuck? And so I had to go be like, hey, by the way, those 2 kids are not in trouble. They asked me for help. Like I was trying to help them. Like they both programmed all their own shit. Like
That's fucking insane. I will say flat out, there was one project that I for sure fucking cheated on.
okay. What was
project. It was really early on. It wasn't later on in the course. It was literally just like, no, this is a checkers board. Like, get your program right. So near the end of it, near the due date, I was fucked because for whatever reason, I could not understand why one of the checkers pieces was going off the board. It would accept there was like a certain limitation that I wasn't putting in correctly.
Oh, okay.
So it was always be like, yeah, it can go off the board and it's completely fine. It wasn't telling the board or the program that it wasn't good.
Right.
So I was like literally hours scrapping my fucking brain to figure out what I did wrong. And I was so far off the function. Like I think I did something completely, at this point it's way too far removed, but I'd completely fucked up. So I was like, you know what? Someone give me your code. Just let me see it. Let me look at it, figure out what I did wrong, but it's way too late to rebuild it. So I'm putting my hand up for that one.
Hey, if you manage to successfully navigate the situation and complete the project without getting busted, you still learned something.
I'm
Might
still
not
a
have been the-
virgin.
You learned nothing for that one.
Lots of learning to do.
You ain't learning by getting nothing. I mean, let me tell you. What did you learn?
I'm still a virgin.
Go on.
Continue.
In Baldur's Gate 3.
Okay.
Wait, I thought you're... Hold on. Like, last episode or the one before, you told us you were playing this game, and, like, you're not even playing it like a normal person. You're just playing it as an amalgamation of horniness. if your character's entire purpose is to fuck, how have you not been fucking?
I've got no riz.
You just have to
got
lie.
None whatsoever. I've got no riz. I've gotten kisses from Will and Shadowheart, but Shadowheart found out that I kissed Will, so she's like, I'm not cool with that. So I said, can't I kiss both of you? And she said, no, thank you. But then I finally got Halsey to join my party, which means that I could access his inventory, which means that I could take his clothing off, and I saw what was underneath the shorts, and I went, ah! So I want to fuck the bear.
Yeah, I saw that moment on stream. She put her webcam right on top of his dick so it wouldn't show.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
For
so
the
it wouldn't.
kids.
Yeah, exactly. But she then took a screenshot to send it to her friend.
To bitch puddin'.
Yep, to bitch pudding.
Yeah, I always normally try to stop into my friends' Twitch chats and like just hang out for a little bit whenever I see him streaming, just support the homies.
Yeah.
One of the only exceptions to that is if I see Baldur's Gate 3 as the title under Ovilee's name, I do not click.
Yeah,
I do not click.
that makes sense.
Because I know
Prude.
that the content is just not, it's not going to line up.
It's not straight laced. And the fact
What
that
about sex makes you so uncomfortable?
It's not the sex. It's the fact that that's the entire point of it. I'm like, if people want to go like get the rocks off or whatever, go for it. But it's just like, I feel like everybody is just, horniness is not a replacement for your whole ass personality. And a lot of motherfuckers seem to think that it is.
you got something to say about Ovilee?
Yeah, you got something to fucking say?
No, dude.
You saying that horniness is my entire personality?
You are saying her entire
That's- I
personality
think
is
that's
I
horny.
kind
think
of
in
just what
Baldur's
you
Gate
just said.
3, horniness is your entire personality. You've literally told us that it is.
It's a gameplay decision. And I've got my dragon dick
But
has
you aren't
received no
fucking.
Dragusi. None whatsoever.
I do think it's hilarious that you are so horny on Baldur's Gate that you fucked yourself. Like literally,
That's the only person she fucked.
like you somehow block yourself from getting in bed with one of the characters because you were trying to get in bed with another fucking character.
There's a speed run where you can fuck in Baldur's Gate in under 3 minutes.
What,
Oh.
from the start of the game?
From the start of the game.
Why don't you just
under 3
follow the
minutes.
guide?
Because I'm already past that, and I think I've spent like 40 or 50 hours in this game, and I still haven't fucked.
So have you made progress with the story, or are you still pretty much just in
No, I've
town
made
number
progress.
1 walking up to NPCs being like, hey?
No, I think I just finished Act 2. I'm still trying to see like the tieflings' boobies too.
Would you say you're involuntarily celibate?
Incel Dragon.
Incel Dragon.
You put some fucking respect on Trogdor's name, god damn it. Raz, tell me. Okay, so I mean,
Okay.
yes, I've been streaming, and then I raid you in afterwards, and I see you playing Street Fighter and some other games and stuff. You advanced in Street Fighter, though, yeah? You're climbing up the ladder.
I got platinum 1.
Let's go. The team.
Ooh, okay, when's the?
I just now realized that's your fucked up arm. I hope I didn't just fuck up.
No,
your
it's good. I'm actually strong. It's actually looking pretty good right now.
It's coming back.
If you did it very aggressively, then you would have fucked up.
Are you entering Evo next year?
No, I'd get my ass kicked. It's actually hilarious. So the funniest thing is I'm not even that good with my character. I play Jamie. For anybody who knows, that's the drunken Chinese character. And his biggest, like the thing with this game, it's very complex in certain moments. Like you can use specific drive cancels and dashes. And like there are certain things that I should be doing with my characters, like drinking. Like if the more you drink, the closer you get to being fucking OP. But people in my chat have called me sober Jamie because
you don't drink.
Because I don't drink with my character. Because a lot of the times I'll put a character to the ground and like a lot of the times you can weave in a sip, like a little bit of But if I have them on the ground, I'm like, I'm gonna keep pressuring them. So I never give myself the chance to drink, and I'm honestly fucking lazy when it comes to advanced strategies. So I just play better footsies. So I've just fucked people because I am better than them and I know how to defend properly. But then when I go up against other Jamies who are simply better at the character than I am,
They just take a swig on you?
they just take a swig on me. I'm like, this guy is stacked up 3 to 4 times and I've done fucking nothing. But then I beat them anyways because I have better footsies. And then when they start getting better and start defending better, I don't take the rematch. I'm a bitch with them. With everyone else, I'm fine. But if I'm going up against another Jamie player that's clearly better than me, but I'm also making them better, but like, oh, I should respect his footsies. It's like, you're only getting one game from me, buddy.
I'm going next.
Yes, I'm not allowing it. But still got plat, so I'm happy with that one.
Nice.
So we're doing well. We're doing well.
Nice.
Oh, yes.
We're in there. We're in there.
That's a vibe.
So you sound like you're a happy gamer right now. You're enjoying video games.
Yeah, so I've been streaming pretty regularly. Street Fighter's been good, except for Final Fantasy 16.
Why are you still playing it, man?
I just want... So you know whenever you fucking tell people that you hate a specific game and their immediate reaction is, well, have you finished it? And you say no, it's like, well, you can't critique until you finished it.
Okay.
Fuck you. I'm finishing this game just to tell you everything that's wrong with the game. It's so funny because I try to be nice about it on stream when people are like, oh, how are you enjoying the game? Like, I like it because there's a lot of people that still like the game. I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm just holding it in. I'm like, oh, it's good. Like, the gameplay is kind of good. Every single time I try and compliment the game, I immediately go into negativity mode. I've realized this. When I'm like, oh, the gameplay is kind of fun until, it's a little repetitive when you press this. It's kind of like you're just pressing square 10,000 times in a row. It's like, oh, the boss fights are kind of good until, you realize that it's kind of meaningless if you die because they checkpoint literally every part of it. So, like, you'll get to... you'll almost kill the boss. It's like 1/3 left. You've used all your potion. You're actually just incentivized to die. Because
Wait, it checkpoints you on the boss HP?
I don't know like how frequently they checkpoint, but every time I've died on a boss, I'll revive. He's at the exact same fucking HP in which I died, like 1/3 left, and I have all my potions. They've just given me all of my potions back from the beginning of the battle. So I'm like, wait a minute. So now I don't have to buy extra potions or search out for extra potions. I should just die in the boss fight.
Are you in baby mode?
They don't have a difficulty level. They don't have like easy mode, normal mode, hard mode. It's actually, I'm just playing like shit right now because I don't feel the need to dodge abilities.
You just face tank everything because there's no punishment?
Yes. I'll see a motherfucker start winding and I'm like, should I just press R1 and dodge this? Like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to keep face tanking. So I realize I'm face tanking. Some bosses are pretty enjoyable. So I actually think some bosses are nice.
Okay.
But other than that, like, it's just a pain in the ass. I've mentioned this before, but the side quests, I said a lot of shit about the side quests being basically MMO fetch quests. Well, guess what? The fucking main quests are still MMO fetch quests. I can't get away with it. There are so many times within the game I'm like, so this is just wasting time until I get to like this arc. I'm wasting time just like either clearing out waves or I'm just talking to people who are like 5 meters from each other that could just talk to each other. It's obnoxious. You were watching the stream.
Yeah, no, I literally came into his stream. He's talking to an NPC that's like, shh, whisper quieter. I don't want anybody to hear. And then Raz is like, there's a fucking person right next to you.
Who's looking at him. Literally as he's whispering, she's like, it's like, you hear it. It's disgusting. So there's a lot about the game that I don't like.
You do not seem like you're having a good, like, okay, so I get it. Like, I've done the same thing. I did actually the same thing with Final Fantasy 13. Final Fantasy 13 story is not fucking good. But I was like, no, Final Fantasy 7 through 10 were some of my favorite games of all time. I've got to finish this. I've got to beat it so I can have the right. You essentially get the license to bitch about the game when you beat it. That's what they hand you when the credits roll.
I want the
and
license
I was like,
to bitch.
I need the license to bitch. And then as soon as I beat it, I was like, I'm never playing this again. This is not going to get a replay through. This is not going to get a salty run back. This is going on the shelf.
And you know what they do? You know what every game now does? This is where now I'm expanding my fucking hate for Final Fantasy 16 right now and expanding it to a lot of games.
Expand.
They do this YouTube, TikTok, algorithmic bullshit where they're like, they give you hope because the storyline is just extended to all fucking hell where they always try and give you cliffhangers and pulls and mystery and all this shit. And you're like, oh, don't worry about it. Like, the story could be good at any moment. In like 2 minutes from now, it could be great. Maybe that next cutscene is gonna tell you what the fuck is actually happening in the game. Oh, maybe after you've committed 2 more hours to this game, you actually know what the fuck is happening in the storyline. No, maybe by the end. So you just wait until you fucking finish the entire game and realize, no, it was just dog shit. So I'm actually just waiting for it now because they did actually just. I'm at like mission on the main quest 36 of 68. So I've only gotten halfway through. But they've introduced like someone that looks like a pretty good main antagonist. So I'm like, okay, this is kind of nice. I'm kind of liking this already. But once again, you know very little about him. You know very little about what his goals are. They're not explaining shit. He's just there. But I feel every character that they've started explaining more and more about, the conclusion to their character is shit. So I'm not happy right now, and I'm going to finish the game hoping that the storyline is not a Game of Thrones ending.
It's so unlucky that your I hate this game, but I need to finish it so I can bitch about it game ends up being like a fucking 80-hour journey.
It's going to be a shit ton. Maybe I end up liking it. Maybe I redact everything I'm saying about it because they've backloaded all of the information. But once I finish all that shit, I just know I'm going to hate it.
Did you ever beat it? Because I know you were playing it.
Final Fantasy?
Yeah.
No.
You were playing it at one point.
Absolutely not.
Wait, why did you not finish it?
I was playing 7 Remake. And then I got distracted.
But weren't you also, you were...
16? I didn't touch 16.
Really? Did you have like a whole horny conversation with Emily about which character was
about
hotter?
Clive and stuff.
I can definitely have conversations about what character is hotter without playing the game.
Oh.
Honestly, this is what
I thought you were only invested because you were playing the game.
No.
You know what I said to you in the car ride over here?
Oh, yeah. No, Raz literally on the way over here was like, look, some people might like it. I'm just saying, some people probably just like this game because the characters look good.
Yeah.
But if you want any substance, you're out of line.
Because here's the thing. I've been a victim of this, a suspect in this. Whatever, both victim and suspect. I've been
He's
a
all
problem
parts of the
regarding
crime.
this. Yeah, I'm all parts of the crime. Whenever there's a really good story or a character is really well done, I'm like, you know what? I'm willing to forgive all of the bullshit just because this is done really well. I think there's going to be a lot of people that are like, Clive is really fucking hot. And they honestly tell Clive's personal story pretty fucking well. So if you just like Clive, then you're probably going to like the game. But if you want to talk about any of the other characters that's not Clive, Joshua, or Sid, you're not going to have a good time. They're all done dog shitly.
Dog shitly.
Dog shittily.
Dog shittily.
Dog diddly.
I've never heard dog shitly as an adjective before.
And yet you've heard it here today.
There it is.
I was in the middle of a GTA police standoff yesterday.
Yeah? What'd you do?
In the middle of it.
In the middle of a police GTA standoff yesterday. So picture this. Picture this.
I'm closing my eyes.
I'm sitting at home. I've got Thresh at my feet. I'm on the couch with Grey's Anatomy season 9 rerun on the TV. I start hearing of a helicopter
Oh, I thought that was
right outside my
I was
window.
like, okay, the sprinklers came on?
No,
Okay,
it's a
your dog
helicopter.
is starting to
That's
pitter-pat
what
on the floor.
helicopters sound like. And then police sirens start going. And then you see the flashy blue and red police lights are like outside my window. So of course, I'm going to open up the blinds and look outside. So I open up the blinds and I look outside and I see a police car parked like right on the corner. So what do? I open up the front door and I go outside because I want to see what's going on, right? And I have my phone and I like point my phone up and I'm filming the helicopter. And then the helicopter points the light right on like me and my house.
Huh.
So now I'm looking up and I'm like, uh-oh. And then I start getting like a flashing light from like the right side. And I look over here and it's a police officer with a flashlight just going, like we're at a fucking rave. He's just like flashing in my eyes.
I don't think it's
He's
a
like,
rave.
And I was
you?
like, yeah,
He's
me.
probably trying to tell her to go the fuck inside.
Yeah, get the fuck out of there.
Yeah,
Well-
that's the go inside flash.
Yeah,
Oh.
he's
Get
not.
outta here, woman.
He's not having a party. Just be like, uns. He's like, go the fuck home.
I thought that would be the opposite of get the fuck out of your house and put your hands up.
I mean, it may as well have been because he wasn't letting me fucking stand out there in my own front yard. I thought this was America. So yeah, so the helicopter's looking at me. I get the flashlight blinking at me and I was like, okay, fine, fuck this. So I go back inside with Thresh and I'm kind of sitting there and I'm waiting. And I get a text from my roommate who lives in the house in the back. And he's like, do you know what's going on? I can't park my car by the house because the police are blocking all of the roads and everything.
Oh shit, something big was going down.
Yeah. So I was like, dude, I don't know. But I have Grubhub that's supposed to be showing up in like 5 minutes, and I don't know if they're going to be able to get to the house.
What if your driver was the criminal?
Right?
Oh my god.
What if the driver
He's
had-
delivering crime.
Yeah, what if he had like a bag of burgers and then just like a bag of fucking bank money?
and a bag of guns?
That's what I tip extra for. But he had the same issue. He was ordering from DoorDash. So, we get all of the bases covered. Sponsor us. And then I tell him, I'm like, you could come inside the house if you're feeling nervous or anything. He's like, no, I'm fine. And then he starts texting me and he says, wait, I hear someone against one of the garages in the back. They're yelling, put your hands up and drop the shit.
Wait, so the guy was actually just like right behind your house
He
when
was
they
like
got him.
behind the fucking house, to the point where like that's where all the police had cut off the what's it called, like the streets and everything.
Yeah.
And they were arresting the dude behind the house.
Did you figure out what he did?
No, it just said GTA.
GTA.
Grand Theft
Theft
Auto.
Auto.
Yeah.
So,
So he
you
stole-
did find out what he did. Yeah, he fucking stole a car.
No, he stole the secrets of GTA 6.
Worth far more than a car.
That makes sense.
Maybe it was that guy that crashed Jeff Keighley's game show trying to be Bill Clinton 2 Electric
That
Boogaloo.
was
Yeah,
so
could
fucking.
be.
When are we gonna learn about security?
Leave Jeff Keighley alone.
So
Jeff Keighley's fantastic. Whoever Jeff Keighley hired as security should be fucking sued.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this the other day, and I'm pretty sure if you're Jeff Keighley, you could probably, like, if another one of these guys shows up and you're just so fucking sick of it,
Yeah.
depending on where you are, at least in America, I think as soon as somebody comes up on the stage, you could just cold cock them and you would be fine in the eyes of the law.
I like that.
I actually think you would.
Do you want
Yep.
the fun answer or the lame answer?
Both.
Yeah, let's give
The-
me the veggies first, and then we'll do the
Okay,
the
the
dessert.
the lame answer is that he would probably see sponsors be dropped.
Yeah, that's true.
Any like especially
sued.
from Japan.
Oh yeah,
He would
yeah.
also
They're-
get some more.
But we're getting to
There
the
it
fun.
is.
Dude, give me a UFC
You
sponsorship.
got the American sponsors.
Ian, we're getting to the fun, but like especially Japan and Sony and Nintendo, they don't play around with that
Yeah.
shit at all. So if Jeff Keighley, even if it was just like, unless it was like staged, fake, and everyone knew about it, like I think Japan and Asia
unless
would
he was
lose their
getting
shit.
attacked.
On the other side, as Ian was saying, like, oh my God, people would eat that shit up. It would get clipped. It'd go viral. It's like Jeff Keighley standing up for games. He'd have like shit, Falcon Punch,
Yeah.
like memes galore. It would be freaking fantastic. Hi, Boo Boo.
Hey, buddy.
Hi, Boo Boo. Is it time for love? He says, it's time for my love.
He's coming around the other side.
Yeah. he's
Hello,
like,
buddy.
You got to go to the other side, bud.
He like whatever.
I
Okay.
got a problem with your dog.
What else you guys doing this week? You just chilling?
Yeah, pretty much. I had
Big
wait.
chillin'?
So it's
Today
we're
is
finally
the
getting
28th.
into. We're finally
Monday the
about to hit September, but yeah, I don't have any more actual job responsibilities until the disguised toast thing on
Nice.
the 16 and 17. I'm pretty sure they already announced that I'm casting that. If they
Yeah,
didn't, then
they did.
okay, cool. I'm announcing that
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
doing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, honestly, it's just been nice to have some days without a super week or a playoffs 4-day week coming up in front of me.
Yep.
I'm just kind of enjoying the vibe right now.
Nice vibes.
I'm in that same boat right now. I've been streaming a little more frequently, as we've mentioned. I've been enjoying both Street Fighter, Final Fantasy 16, a little bit of Valorant, but I realized the moment I start getting headshotted, I'm like, okay, let's go to the next game. The moment I'm like, all right, I think I'm bad. Let's go on to something I'm decent at. So that's been fun. Funny enough, when I first came back from Newark, I'm like, okay, relaxing time.
Yeah.
But then I forgot, because the whole Valorant finals happening, everybody from around the world is coming to LA, that friends of ours, just to watch it. So I was like, oh, never mind. Time to start going out. For the amount of times people have mentioned karaoke to me, I'm like, guess we're going to karaoke.
I mean, hey, dude, there's not exactly tons of karaoke options in a lot of places that aren't LA.
Yeah.
Like back in small town Ohio, there is no karaoke is just getting drunk in the yard and singing a song with your friends. Like,
True.
there's not actually karaoke
Yeah.
places.
True. So I've gotten a lot better at being an organizer now. Whenever it comes to be like, yeah, you're coming from this time, let's get the group together and go to this location at this time. Oh, we are eating too slowly or doing this. Never mind. I can make the call to the karaoke spot and push it a little bit more. And you realize the pains of the person who's organizing, because I've done it so little, of like, guys, you're not giving me the information needed. Oh, you've told me last minute that you can't make it. Or you told me last minute that, like, you're bringing a new person when we've made reservations. Okay, great.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? Organizing things.
It's kind of
Yeah,
tough, isn't it?
I
Being
hate that shit,
responsible
bro.
for
There's
things.
YOLO only.
Yeah. Look, Flowers, me and you know how bad it is to organize. It's really tough.
It sucks.
Yeah, it does. Have you ever felt that, Ovilee, at any point in your life?
Organizing things when the two people that I'm trying to do things with are children.
Yeah.
Are you going to talk? Well, who's your second dog? Because Thresh, I guess you call her a child, but
Thank you for watching this week's episode of Pastor's Couch. Follow Raz when he does his streams. Follow Flowers as he takes a nap. And I will forever continue trying to get laid in Baldur's Gate 3. We'll see if that ever freaking happens.
Maybe that red dragon cock will find somebody.
I gotta get into some
red?
Dragussy. See you guys. Bye.
Has that hue to it. Has that hue.
Feet.
No.
Feet.
Nope.
Feet.
Nope.
Feet touching.
Ah!
Oh, hey, no!